everyone, you can see I have a guest.
Hello.
This is Dr. Prem Tripathi. He's a facial plastic surgeon in the Bay Area. And today we're going to be talking about anti-aging tips from a facial plastic surgeon because I feel like he has a really unique perspective since people are coming to him with the aging issues that bother them.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So let's hit it. All right, so tip number one. I have a feeling I know what tip number one is, and you guys should know this one already too.
Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Like, you've got to use sunscreen, and let's clear things up. It doesn't cause cancer. Sunscreen does not cause cancer. It prevents cancer. It prevents the thing that breaks your collagen down the most. So just put your sunscreen on. It is the best anti-aging tip and the most cost-effective. It doesn't matter if it's banana boat. It doesn't matter if it's luxury, kinds. Just put the sunscreen. Chemical
filters, mineral filters, just wear your sunscreen. Whatever is going to make you wear it, use that.
Absolutely. And I can't stress that one enough. And the thing I think that helps people is I can always tell when somebody uses their sunscreen and has been doing so diligently. Because they come in with beautiful looking skin every single time. They're not as concerned about the other things that my other patients are concerned about because their skin has just been protected.
Wait, like what?
Glowing skin. It always glows when they use sunscreen. Less pigmentation, less deeper lines. I mean, your collagen is just being preserved at such a higher rate than if you're not using sunscreen.
Anti-aging tip number two.
Definitely retinoids. And I am biased towards prescription retinoids. I just think they have the most data for them. And therefore I believe they are, for the right patient, very effective. If you combine a retinoid with a sunscreen and in-office procedures, you really are doing everything you can do to sort of like hold things where they are, right? Botox, for example, or toxin will prevent lines from getting deeper. You'll not decrease collagen production, or at least you'll prevent collagen degradation with sunscreen. And retinoids are just gonna turn your skin over. It's gonna look shinier, it's gonna look brighter, and it's gonna naturally replace some of the issues that we have with age.
Okay, next.
Okay, so underrated, but arguably right after sunscreen in terms of importance, you've gotta sleep. Because sleep, we're learning so much about sleep science and how lack of sleep impacts just your overall health, your mood, your blood pressure, your heart, everything. And so if you're not sleeping enough, then you're gonna undo everything you do in the office. You're not gonna optimize your health and you're not gonna optimize your aesthetic look. The other thing about sleep is that you need to have enough sleep and it has to be consistent. So I have kids, they jump in my bed, it throws my sleep off.
We had talks about this.
Yeah, but I mean, do the best you can. Have your skincare, a good thing about a skincare routine is it gives you something to do at night. It helps you wind down. And I do it at the same time every night. And it just helps my brain sort of get into that mood of I'm about to go to sleep in 10, 15 minutes. And so that's the other benefit of doing something consistently every night is just get your sleep, get your sleep.
Get your sleep. Okay, next tip.
I can also tell when people are being consistent with in-office procedures. Toxin, microneedling, lasers, and peels. Again, superficial sort of level stuff right on top of the skin, not surgical stuff, but these are very impactful. They are preventative, right? Botox, as controversial as it is, prevents lines from getting deeper.
These days, it's not controversial. And not to my viewers. My viewers are all about, I'm sure half of them are getting tox already.
It's really common now, right? It's been around for decades. It will prevent lines from getting deeper. It is what it is. Should you get it just for that reason? Probably not.
For prevention? No.
No, I don't ascribe by that. But if you're bothered by lines and you want them to not get deeper, then absolutely. In-office procedures like chemical peels, lasers, and microneedling turn the skin over faster. So as that starts to decline with age, you're helping give it a boost. It'll boost all your skincare, and then you use your skincare to maintain everything you do at home, or you do in the office. So that will make your skin look gorgeous. It will be brighter. It will be less pigmented. What happens with age is our skin starts to, the texture changes. We get more pigmentation. We get more fine lines. And sometimes it's hard to even like tell what it is, right? Like it's a dullness, it's shadows, darkening of the skin because you lose some fat behind it. So all of these things just work to replenish some of that.
Speaking of keeping consistent with the in-office stuff, what are your favorite in-office treatments then? And I know that this is all kind of personal, but what are your faves?
I think it's underrated, but I love chemical peels. I think, if you find the right peel, it can be used on any skin type, sensitive skin, not sensitive skin. I have South Asian skin. It loves chemical peels. I have a lot of patients that are skin of color. Their skin loves chemical peels. It's a little bit of downtime, depending on the ones you want.
Like the peeling.
The peeling part. Like if I have sheets of skin that come off, got to cut them with scissors. But there's peels that give you no downtime too. So it really depends on what you want.
But everyone wants that satisfaction of the snake peel.
But you don't have to peel. You know that. You don't actually have to peel.
Oh, I never did because I'm always hydrated. I say this actually in my videos when I show the process. I'm always like, I'm not going to give you guys that satisfying peel because I'm so hydrated.
And you use retinoids though. So your skin is turning over quite.
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too.
But I love that. I love peels. And then lasers. I think it used to be that lasers would give you 2 months of downtime.
Yeah.
Only like really light skin patients could do it.
Right. We're talking like the old school IPL.
Oh yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
Or like really old aggressive CO2.
Right.
But now everybody can do a laser and you can use it for all skin types. It can be safely done. I've done laser treatments with 0 downtime. It's pretty impactful too. Yeah. And it just creates such a nice glow to the skin. It can be pricey, which is why people go abroad. I understand. But lasers and peels all day, every day. How
about something that doesn't really cost a lot of money? Because we're talking about treatments, all that stuff. But for people who just want to even add on or don't want to spend a lot of money, what are other things they can do?
They can wear sunscreen. And you can get sunscreen from a dollar store.
Yep.
So wear sunscreen, wear a hat.
Yep.
Wear sunglasses.
Avoid the sun.
Avoid the sun. Additional protection. Just avoid the sun completely. You will not be vitamin D deficient. Just take your vitamin D tab and move on with your life.
Yep.
And then other day-to-day things, right? Not drinking alcohol. I know that's hard, but not drinking alcohol. Not eating a lot of refined sugars.
That's the one for me that I can't sacrifice.
Well, you have to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Too. Sugar will potentially break down some collagen. Yep. I mean, there's dietary stuff is tricky, right? So if you like your sugar, just say there's not a lot of data to support it and you'll be fine. But yes. And then obviously not smoking. Yeah. Smoking, the sun, and alcohol. We know that those are damaging to your skin. They're damaging to your face. They're damaging to your fat pads. Yeah. You have accelerated aging with all those things. Yeah. So if you're watching this channel, you probably don't do any of those, most likely.
I think I have some people that like to have a good time. Yeah, but yeah. Yes. I mean, I think that what I always say to people is to pick your poison, I suppose, and live moderately.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because there are obviously things like for me, I try to avoid the sun. We were laughing actually last year. We had a few skincare creators come out to Los Angeles. And so we hosted like a little yacht ride. Yeah. And so it's like me and like James Welsh and his brother, and none of us are standing out on the actual boat under, with the sun. Protected. We're all standing in this little tiny covered area of the boat, sitting there like this because none of us wanted our faces exposed to the sun. Yeah. I see people kind of say to me that's so ridiculous. Sure. When they see me wearing the full face shield and stuff. And honestly, the times I really wear those things is when I know I've been doing stuff to my skin and I'm okay, I'm going to be protecting it. I'm going outside all day. Right. That kind of stuff. So I'm not extreme. Okay. But sometimes I am a little bit. Yeah. So in some ways I just try to be moderate and also like things. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. But I'll eat my dessert. Sure. Every time I'm at dinner, I might not have downed 3 glasses of wine, but I definitely got my dessert. Yeah. You got to enjoy your life. Yeah. I'm a little more moderate in that regard. Yeah. I put my sunscreen on, but I go out without a hat, without shade all the time. I'll run in the sun. I'll put on a hat a little bit, but I just hope and pray that my sunscreen is doing its job. It's not going to be complete, right? Yeah. We know that. Yeah. But I'm not comfortable wearing a huge hat. I want to be outside running. Yeah. I want to enjoy the sun, but I just want to be protected. So yeah. So it's really sharing this kind of information so you just know. Last question. LED masks. I love my red LED masks. How about you? I love them, but I have realistic expectations. Oh, okay. Yes. Excuse me. Tell us what you're saying. I think they're great, right? I like them, especially after a procedure. Peel, laser helps you heal a little bit faster. It makes you feel like you're doing something at home, helps you be consistent. Are you going to see dramatic results? Probably not. Are you going to see all your pigmentation go away? Probably not. Is all your acne going to go away? Probably not. Yeah. But I do think if you're consistent with that, it might inspire you to be more consistent with other things, and it will help you recover from things quickly. Yeah. It's not going to be as dramatic as a retinoid. It's not going to be as dramatic as a sunscreen. And unless you do those other things, you shouldn't be spending your money on an LED mask. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. I see the biggest difference with my LED masks, and this is what's made me consistent with them, is when I have redness. So whether this is post-procedure or when I have a dermatitis situation happening and it's really red, I see that the LED mask will help with that. Nice. Yeah. And it makes sense, right? It's going to help you recover faster. But I think people are not wearing their sunscreen and expecting their LED mask to give them a facelift. This is all, listen, yes. People will message me and be like, I used your face cream and I used the whole bottle and I still don't look different. You know, that kind of thing. And then it's you dig in with them and it turns out they're not wearing sunscreen. Oh, yeah. They're they've never washed their face. Yeah. So you have to do all the things, guys. Right. Yeah, it is all about consistency. Yep. And it's about hitting it at multiple levels. I agree. Yeah. If you are not wearing sunscreen and you're going in to do lasers,
I don't even do lasers on patients that can't show me that they've committed to sunscreen use.
Oh, really?
I have several that are like, oh, I want to do these lasers. And I ask them, do you wear sunscreen? They're like, no, I don't
These are the people coming in with like, they're like the Something About Mary character.
For sure. And I'm like, what am I?
You're like, why am I going to do this on you?
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
All right. Well, Dr. Prem Tripathi, you can actually find him on social media if you have more questions. You're also sharing not just surgical information and in-office treatments, but I feel like you actually do hit on a lot of skincare.
Yeah. And I think it's important, right? Because if we lift the face, the skin is going to look the way it looks, right? We don't change the skin. So I want patients to look the best. So.
There you go. Where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok and on Instagram, Dr. Prem Tripathi, or on my YouTube, The Facetio, or go to my website, bayhillsmd.com.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Bye.